calls countrywide half-day hartal against a price hike. Russian troops shell another city, Kyiv a fortress. 3 cops withdrawn for beating nurse at Sher Bangla Medical College and Hospital. This is Nusrat Islam welcoming you all to Evening News. You have just had the headlines. Now let's move on to the details. Left Democratic Alliance, a combine of 9 left-leaning political parties, on Friday announced to enforce a countrywide half-day general strike on 28 March, protesting at price hike of the essential commodities and government moves to hike prices of water, electricity and gas. The hartal will be observed between 6 a.m. and 12 noon on the day, said the Alliance coordinator in a press conference at the CPB office at Puranopolitan in Dhaka. Saiful urged the country's people to take part in the hartal and stand against the misrule of the government. He alleged that syndicates linked to the government and the government's failure were responsible for the price hike of daily essential commodities. The combine will exchange views with the leaders of other left parties and professional bodies before the hartal.
মানুষকে রক্ষায় আন্দোলনের ধারাবাহিক কর্মসূচির অংশ হিসাবে বাম জোটের পক্ষ থেকে আমরা আগামী 28 মার্চ সোমবার দেশব্যাপী অর্থ দিবস 6টা 12টা হরতালের কর্মসূচি ঘোষণা করছি।
Hold the next general elections under a neutral government if the government thinks that it is still popular. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir tells the government today. He asked the government why it is afraid of holding the general elections under a caretaker government if it believes that it will win a landslide victory in the elections. Fakhrul made the call while addressing a rally organized by Krishak Dol, BNP's associate body, in front of the National Press Club in the city this morning. The BNP leader also criticized the government for its failure to rein in price hike of essential commodities. He held pro-Awami League traders responsible for price hike.
তাদের মন্ত্রীরা বলে আরে দাম তো কি সারা বিশ্বেই বাড়ছে, সেই সঙ্গে আমাদের তো ক্রয় ক্ষমতা বেড়ে গেছে। ক্রয় ক্ষমতা মানে কি আপনার এই সিঙ্গাপুর, ব্যাংকক অথবা আপনার টরন্টো, নিউ ইয়র্কে গিয়ে যারা কেনাকাটা করে অথবা বাড়ি কিনেছে তাদের ক্রয় ক্ষমতার কথা বলছেন, নাকি আমার অসহায় নিরীহ মানুষ, কৃষক, শ্রমিক, মেহনতি জনতার কথা বলছেন? আমার কৃষক ভাইয়ের তো ক্রয় ক্ষমতা বাড়েনি। তেলের দাম তো বাড়তেই আছে, পেঁয়াজের দাম বাড়তেই আছে। কারণ একটাই যে আপনারা সমস্ত লুট করছেন, চুরি করছেন, ডাকাতি করছেন, আর যার দাম বাড়ছে তারা সব আপনার আওয়ামী লীগের সদস্য, আওয়ামী লীগের লোক।
Russian forces shelling hit targets in central Ukraine's Dnipro city on Friday as Moscow's troops edged closer to Kyiv, where officials said the capital was being transformed into a fortress. Hundreds of thousands of civilians remained trapped and under fire in Ukrainian cities, including besieged Mariupol, after the first talks between Moscow and Kyiv's top diplomats ended Thursday without any progress. In the early hours of Friday, Russian warplanes carried out what appeared to be the first direct attack on Dnipro, killing 1 person, emergency services said. 3 airstrikes hit a kindergarten, apartment building and a shoe factory, the emergency services statement said. Elsewhere, the Ukrainian military warned the enemy is trying to eliminate the defenses around the capital to block Kyiv. The government has vaccinated 100% of its targeted population, claimed Health Minister Zahid Malik today. He said this while talking to the reporters after visiting the examination halls of Nursing and Midwifery Council comprehensive test in the capital this morning. The minister said 75% of the total population has been inoculated. Zahid Malik claimed that Bangladesh is the 8th country in administering COVID vaccines.
টার্গেটেড পপুলেশনে প্রায় 100% কভার হয়ে গেছে এবং আমরা প্রায় 12.5 কোটি দিয়েছি এবং মানে আমাদের পপুলেশনের 75% কাভার্ড হয়ে গেছে। আর আমরা বুস্টার ডোজ দেওয়ার জন্য ক্যাম্পেইন আমরা হাতে নিয়েছি। বাংলাদেশ এখন বিশ্বের 200টা দেশের মধ্যে ভ্যাকসিনে 8 নম্বরে অবস্থান করছে।
The former in charge of the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Safari Park has been sued in connection with the deaths of 11 zebras in the park in January 2022. An FIR was filed against former in charge Tobibur Rahman under the Animal Welfare Act at the Sripur police station in Gazipur on a complaint from his successor Rafiqul Islam. In his complaint, Rafiqul claimed that his predecessor failed to promptly inform his seniors about the deaths of the zebras at the park between January 2 and 29. Tobibur also did not file a complaint following the deaths of the animals at the local police station, and his decision to cut open the stomachs of the 3 dead zebras was not acceptable, according to Rafiqul. This has caused harm to national wealth, said Rafiqul. 3 officers of the Borishal Zone Tourist Police have been withdrawn in connection with the attack on a nurse of Sher-e-Bangla Medical College and Hospital on Wednesday night. The punitive action was taken against Inspector Bulbul Ahmed and Constables Zaved and Mehdi after a preliminary probe found them guilty, Rezal Korim, Superintendent of the Borishal Region Tourist Police, said. The 3 have been attached to Tourist Police headquarters for now, he added. On Wednesday night, after being injured in a road accident, Inspector Bulbul was rushed to the emergency department of the hospital, where the accused beat on-duty senior nurse Saiful after an altercation. The U.S. has said North Korea recently tested parts of a new intercontinental ballistic missile ICBM system in what it called a serious escalation. Pyongyang said the launches on 26 February and 4th March focused on developing a reconnaissance satellite. But the Pentagon now said the tests were experimental launches before a likely full-range ICBM launch. With a minimum range of 5,500 kilometers, ICBMs can reach the U.S. They are designed for nuclear arms delivery. On Thursday, Pentagon spokesman John Kirby said North Korea's 2 tests involved a new intercontinental ballistic missile system. Before ending, let's have a look on the headlines once again. Left Democratic Alliance calls countrywide half-day hartal against a price hike. Russian troops shell another city, Kyiv a fortress. 3 cops withdrawn for beating nurse at Sher-e-Bangla Medical College and Hospital. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shondar Khabor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.